I'm Melissa.
And I'm Carly.
And we're best friends.
We're here to explore how other people eat.
And our first episode is a good one. Matt was a chef at one of the best restaurants, voted one of the best restaurants in the world, 11 Madison Park.
He shared with us what he ate as a kid. Comfort food called butter noodles, and it was amazing.
It's not what I grew up eating, but it was really good.
So here we go.
I'm from Buffalo, New York, but I have family in Detroit. This is where my mother was born.
Oh.
Visiting my grandma just outside of Detroit. But yeah, it was always butter noodles, like pasta of some sort. And it was like simple, like, 'cause I was a super picky eater when I was growing up. It was always like at my grandma's house, like I wanted butter noodles. What do you want? Butter noodles, like butter noodles.
Why? What about it?
I don't know. She for whatever reason, I called it Nunu Bayou. Don't know what that means, but that was like my six-year-old. That was my 6-year-old. Nunu Bayou. I think it was like, make me noodles like Bayou, like you make me noodles. That was as a kid, like saying it. And it was the simplest form of dried pasta. It was generally like a macaroni or like an elbow noodle. Butter, salt, maybe Parmesan cheese. We used the Kraft classic green jar. I called it shaky cheese, but it's like the Parmesan cheese. It's probably not really Parmesan cheese.
Yeah,
but,
definitely is not.
a lot of that went on top of there. So my mom was like, okay, that's what he wants. And like my dad would be like, what did he have for dinner tonight? And I'm like, well, he wanted noodles.
You know, the easy, like, you're like, oh, you're a picky eater, here's some pasta with some butter.
Right.
So my niece, her version of that is rice and the dried seaweed. And she's just like, I just want pap and keem. We're like making all this up. It's like, okay, Aria, what do you want? She said pap and keem. I'm like, that's it?
I
That's
love
all?
that.
Yeah, that's our baseline,
Butter noodle.
like butter noodle.
Cool.
Yeah.
There was definitely not much pasta water in there when I was a kid.
Yeah.
It was probably just butter noodles, but you can kind of see even now I'm using some of that pasta water. You kind of get a nice emulsification. There's no like broken, runny. So I am, even as I'm attempting to make these childhood basic dishes, I'm forced to step it up a little bit, which is a nice cream sauce. But like when I crave food as a kid and when I needed a meal, like it was butter pasta. It was something as simple as this. So it really, and even now, like for me, this is my nostalgic dish. Like if it's like your childhood, what did you eat? It's butter noodles. So it gives you that control to manage a bunch of different things at once. But
Wow, oh my god, it already looks so amazing.
that's it. That was it. Butter noodles.
Get that.
A little extra, not the Kraft shaky cheese, but a little extra salt on your butter noodles. So. I like all sharing and eating out of the same dish too. There's something special about that.
They're so good.
And you toss it so all the butter and, like you said, in the elbow of the pasta, it's all in the nooks and the crannies.
Yeah, it's like silky smooth. That's really good. Wait, Paul, you need to try this too.
I would say 3 tablespoons. So at least
More than what I put in.
okay, a good half of a stick at least. A good third of a stick. It's a lot of butter.
Just when for people at home, I guess it's like, just when you think you've added enough, it's probably a little more.
That's a huge, maybe it's a secret, but like, why does this food taste so good, or this pasta at this restaurant? It's because there's an ungodly amount of butter.
Butter, salt,
Yeah.
fat, yeah.
I mean, I would want that as a kid too.
You give that to a kid, any kid's happy eating that. Ultimate mashup of the century.
Right.
Yep.
Looks
Beef-
delicious.
Beef jerky, buffalo chicken wings, Korean
Tenjang jjigae?
tanjan jjigae.
Wait,
which
and you were saying this is the most popular Korean stew?
This has to be, if not like the most popular or the dish that Koreans eat the most. I don't know what your relationship is with doenjang jjigae in growing up, but doenjang is like the fermented soybean, very similar to miso in Japanese cuisine, except doenjang is inoculated with koji, which is a fermented rice. This is just soybeans, water, thyme, and thyme as in like hours in the day,
I was
not
like,
time.
interesting. I was
Yeah,
like,
that'd be
flair.
wild. But super fermented, and it's just enjoyed. And like this
Yeah.
is something that people can eat.
More
like,
popular than kimchi, or is kimchi often served in this soup?
I think kimchi can be fermented or served in the soup, but both of them are just like probably neck and neck as like the two most popular
didn't know
dishes.
So kimchi, what is that? That's fermentation of what?
Kimchi is fermented cabbage, so it's going to be gochugaru, which is a Korean chili powder, which is the red in here as well. There's a little bit of that.
Gochugaru?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shellfish, thyme as well, but fermented, and some veg, some fruits in there.
Is it meant to be like a rice and soup?
Yeah,
over?
so
Is
this
that
is
a thing?
definitely
Can I do
like
that?
it's very much also choose your own destiny, but traditionally
Okay.
rice, soup,
Yeah.
you know, this is something that gets eaten year round, breakfast, lunch, dinner, leftovers, like everything. Like,
Yeah, we do this all the time.
Yeah, this is delicious.
I might have had this like last week. Yeah, I'm dumb.
Being from Buffalo,
I'm just going in.
this
for
is
the
like
second.
your my every party, every Buffalo Bills football game, every sports event. You're ordering wings, you're ordering pizza.
These might be the best wings I've ever had. Honestly,
Awesome.
they're
Yeah.
really good.
If you're from Buffalo,
Yeah.
you're getting blue cheese with your wings. Like
Okay.
it's getting served to you unless you ask. This is I'll show you the Buffalo
Yeah, what's the
move
technique?
for
What's
the
the-
blue
what's the
cheese
technique?
is you just grab a little here, put a little here if you want. If you're not big on that, put a little on the side, dip it in. Now you got the perfect little snack and bite.
That is a
For your-
clutch.
I would have
Sure.
just gone in like a savage.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, me too.
You can totally-
This is
you
so
can
much
totally
more
dunk it.
elegant.
This is the
Yeah.
art of the wing.
Wow.
From here.
I just know the wing's
Here
gonna be
for it.
messy, so
Mhm.
Really good. Not spicy.
A little flat demo here.
And it's always a dry fry. There's no batter. It's always
Right, these are just straight.
What does that mean,
chick-
dry fry?
So there's no batter, there's no like flouring of the wings. If not, you're doing buffalo wings wrong.
right.
Oh.
They're straight into the fryer. They're cooked and then they're tossed in a sauce, based with Frank's Red Hot sauce and butter is the base, and then every kind of wing shop in Buffalo puts their little twist on it. But that was the original. So kind of like this is my first move on the flat, as I ripped the first bone out.
The twist and
then-
pull technique.
Yeah, the twist and pull.
For so many rumors, never seen it.
Twist and pull,
Yeah.
guy. And then
On a first
I
year right
just-
now.
now you have this one-handled machine here, so you have this flap here and attack, and then you got this side here, and then dip in the blue cheese and
it's pretty good.
But and you're also a clean wing or clean bone enthusiast.
right.
You have to clean the bone, the cartilage.
You have to clean the bone. You see, I skipped right from the drum to the
Yeah,
flat. 'cause
yeah.
I'm a big flat guy, but you don't want to waste any meat. I see you're a pro too.
Honestly, the cartilage is
I'm
like,
like,
my
oh, don't look
favorite.
here.
The cartilage is like my favorite. And
Puts to
yakitori.
shame.
You know when they grill like the chicken cartilage,
Right.
like the crunch. I like that's like
Mhm.
my
Right.
favorite part of the chicken,
Yeah.
kind of the skin and the cartilage.
Well, on that note, should we dive into your jerky?
Yeah, pass the Jimbos. will you?
Jimbos? So we have to start with the OG or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to start
We
with
gotta
the
start with the
original. It originally started with my dad making this for his coworkers at work, and he'd bring it in and selling it out of Ziploc bags, and people asking him for jerky and when can we get more jerky, and kind of took his inspiration and made that into a little business here. So
Inadvertent theme of today's shoot has really been kind of like honoring your past, from the buttered pasta to even like how you're making pasta today is in kind of respect and honoring of like
Yeah.
the food you grew up on. And same with
Yeah.
your jerky. It's like, you grew up, you're making it with your dad, and now it's like, you really kind of like want to honor it and make it
Right.
the best that you know how with the resources and skills you have today.
Right.
So I kind of love that.
I think that's a good theory for maybe a way to live for people in general, and not just a chef. But like just honoring your roots and what connects to you. So that's how I cook, and what inspired me to make this is out of my heart. Like it's near and dear to me. It's something I care a lot about, and it's special to me. And so I think even if you're not a chef in whatever profession you're in, if you focus on something and you put effort and time and love into whatever interests you and whatever you're passionate about, what's the worst thing that can happen, right? So
Right.
that's like kind of been my direction with this, and that inspires me is going back to my family and my father. So I know he's happy and he wants his royalty because he's obviously on the package, but Yeah, he's
Nice.
my inspiration. So it's been fun.